Look at this. The drummer boy is on the power pole plant. Oh. 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 Rest in piss. Anyways.
It's time to play the game. Time to play the game.
Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have an NA Sunday night fight for you. The first map here is Schoolhouse Ridge. You're seeing an overview of that right now, followed up by our second map, which is the Piper Farm. Two very different maps, but it is going to be great nonetheless. Thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you can get live streams of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. With that all being said, thank you to our Patreon members again and our teams for today. On the Confederate side, you have the IVB, the 14th Tennessee, 2 Corps, and the Army of Northern Virginia. Whereas on the Union side, you got the Sussex Brigade, Pennsylvania Army, 5th New Hampshire, and I Corps. Looking at our server numbers today, we can see that we're about a 190-man server right now, 5-man imbalance in favor of Union. When we consider artillery in the mix, Union having 7, Confederates having 8. So that imbalance is around 5 infantry-wise, and so that's very good nonetheless. Frontline reporters today, for the CSA perspective on the top left side of your screen, you have Killer from the A&V, and on the top right, you have Hudson from the 5th New Hampshire. Very appreciative of both of them for showing us their views. And then co-commentating with me today, we have Zoo. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, yes. I am IVB Asian Collector, and I am Eagle's Senior General 10-Star Commanding Officer.
Very true. I'm sorry for incorrectly saying your name at the beginning, but Asian Collector, what is the strategy here for, I guess, either side for Schoolhouse Ridge?
Well, it looks like the attackers are moving along their left flank into the woods, and the Union, as they normally do, are moving to their far right to get away from the Confederate artillery.
So, yeah, let's see. So, Union-wise, PA is the furthest right. You do have I Corps starting to push up into the wood line right now. In the center on point, you have Twin Banners, 59th New York there. And then on the far left, you see 1st Delaware and the 5th North Carolina, led by haunts.org. No plug there whatsoever. It's just the guy's name. CSA, on the contrary, you have 6LA going down the right side. Down the center, initially, you have 5th VA. They're spearheading right to where I Corps is. Then you got A&V, 14th Tennessee behind. And then IVB is really on the far left side.
I don't know if I like this this unit split with the only one small to medium group for the Union on the left to block 2 Corps.
Yes, they're definitely. I mean, yeah, they have a flag over here, but it seems like 6LA at least outnumbers them. Which
maybe by a little bit, but I think that artillery is just going to be concerning because they're so small. A lot of these guys are just going to die skirmishing with those guns.
Very true. Let's see. CSA's got 2 guys on those guns over there. Are the rest of them on the other side? Huh.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, they have 4 guys on the far guns. Intriguing. I don't know if I've seen those guns be used that effectively before, but
it does matter.
IVB pushing up, A&V pushing up as well, and 6LA's taking that corner position right along that tree. Interesting. Union's kind of cut off now.
Oh, this Union group on their left is cooked.
Yeah, it's the flag bearer's going way off. When
I don't think 6LA realizes this Union group is running just alongside them, running away. Oh, nope, I see it now.
That's fascinating that they didn't see him up until now.
On the line, on the line.
So CSA very easily taking that corner spot, and they can get a nice kind of flanking.
Confederates are charging the Union center right. It looks like they're in a melee with PA.
Yeah, IVB, 14th Tennessee.
Oh, yeah. Charge north.
PA is not going to win this.
Eat that
flag, gang.
Press T, press T,
Eat my,
press T.
eat my bucket ball. Eat my bucket ball.
Press T, press T.
So they win that, yeah, pretty quickly. Down flag for CSA. Hopefully they pick that up. But he still haven't picked up that flag.
Wow, I just watched. Well, I spoke a little too soon, but I watched so many riflemen just miss that flag at maybe 10 yards.
Nice.
Trumpy's coming down with I-Core, trying to get the officer on his one and only shot.
Maybe a little too late.
Yeah. Some Union
We're not
charging
really
in.
shifting. I-Core needs to shift in front to meet them, but they're not doing it. They're just sitting on the sidelines.
I-Core is probably going to win this. Assuming flag respawns don't have to do anything with this.
Yo, what's up? Look down the hill, look down the hill. Hey, Cole, are you getting his Space Marine too? Look behind us, look behind us.
I-Core's now charging in.
Oh, shit.
I mean, CSA is going to lose 2 flags here, probably.
They've got the number. They're definitely going to win this.
Can Dogface get the flag out, though? First stab's a miss there. Dogface turn. Why'd he turn around? He missed. Oh, Spud missed again, but they shot him down. So CSA losing 2 flags on that Union right.
Don't know if it was worth the Union to cost so much of their own tickets, but I guess you take your wins where you can get them.
Right.
Cover this flag. Cover this flag. Oh, yeah.
So we'll see. CSA in the center now. A and V and 5th VA pushing up along the snake fence road. 6LA still kind of just hunkering down on that corner snake fence there.
Got me some slack, Jack. Are those Union over there? No, those Confederates.
Twin banners turning around. Zapstar leading the way. Looks like he's gonna maybe charge it. Yeah, he is. I don't know why Union would get this close and not charge. Oh. Yeah, 5th VA right to the A&V's right. I-Core is going to charge in. 5th VA turning off the snake fence, collapsing down on the twin banners, but Union's just going to devour that.
Even if they... It's just a losing battle. Even if they win, they lose. It costs them tickets they can't afford.
I mean, they're down already half a morale stage.
Or more than that now. For what? The Confederates maybe a quarter? Maybe a little less than a quarter?
And we're not even 10 minutes into the game. I mean, what would you recommend the Union do in this situation based on what the Confederates are doing?
I think they just need to reconsolidate on the far right and get into some shootouts. I think, as always, for the defender, melees are almost always universally bad unless you can win them incredibly decisively. But it is hard to get into a shootout that isn't close range on this map sometimes. People like to close distance.
It's very true. And I mean, CSA, with how spread out their attack is, Union could very easily just sit far back and CSA would just go in by detail. Maybe they would go in by a group after they see what the Union does, but hey, Union's still kind of holding these grounds. Some on the snake fence, some up in the road here. Twin banners, 59th there. So
beautiful artillery shot by the Union. Herpy the AIDS crab missing wildly, hitting nothing.
And
truly, I've never been much of a Sevi artillery taker, but maybe on this map, the Union artillery might not be that great. Could be a hot take, but I just don't think it's that great.
I mean, most of the generally the only time I think Union artillery sees CSA is if they're charging up onto the road, which kind of happens. Or the CSA is holding where kind of 6LA is, but that shot went way over. But CSA has, what, 3 flags down right now?
Yeah, a bit tragic. I think the Union has bought themselves a little bit of time, whether they spend it well. I don't think so, considering that Sasu Brigade moving through the point, trying to get on 6LA's flank, being very, very aggressive.
Right here, spread it out, spread it out.
Yeah, 608.
They definitely...
Do they know they're behind? Surely they do.
They definitely, Sasu definitely has a number here, but they're also in a great position to be sandwiched by the Woods forces and 6LA. They get smart.
And ANV's pushing up with the flag right now.
Sasu Brigade getting charged in the rear.
By one man. Mr. Corn
And
Pop. Oh, he just rubbed
a real tragedy that the Union does not realize that the Confederates have almost no artillerymen on this left side. 3 guys, kind of not too crazy. Yeah.
Where did 1st Delaware and 5th NC go?
Sussy holding the line, but again, at a bit of a ticket cost. Ooh, 2 corps getting side shots in a Sussy on this little creek.
That's half a company shooting our way.
So yeah, I mean, did ANV keep that flag? Yeah, they did. So they got that 1 flag. So CSA's only down 1 flag now. I think 1 despawned. I don't know.
I think you're right.
Where did someone spawn in with it?
Maybe not yet.
No, not yet. Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Oh man, twin banners just getting shot in the side. Not realizing that they have maybe 15, 20 guys shooting them.
No, Zapstar, I was looking down there. Zapstar 100% saw them. He was like, oh yeah, that's like half a company shooting our way.
Ooh, a great knockdown by Confederate artillery. Not a lot of kills, though.
Yeah. That's what I see with artillery a lot. Not a whole lot of kills, but it'll knock down and suppress the crap out of people. That shot, it knocked down a lot of people. Don't think it killed someone, though. You got CSA movements on the extreme Union right. Maybe we'll see this artillery for CSA come into play. It's IVB. They're pushing up this hill. PA is really in a nice position, but they're very outnumbered. Let's see. Where'd that shot go?
Confederate trying to counter battery on the right side.
Why?
They missed.
I hate counter battery.
Some people believe in counter battery. Personally, I don't.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, this artillery piece the Union has, it could be aimed right at the enemy.
IVB's pushing up where PA was a second ago. They're holding in a nice defilade.
Ooh, I heard him. I heard him screaming.
I didn't realize on this side of the map how far it dipped in terms of the creek. I don't think I've really ever seen fighting over on this side. CSA artillery shooting right through the lines, overshot.
It is basically a trench, yeah.
6LA is behind the point. It looks... 6LA is having a fun old time over there.
And twin banners just... I'm sorry, taking too many losses, too far forward.
Yeah, they're spreading themselves out too, even more than we saw a couple minutes ago.
Who is 2 corps shooting at? They're shooting at twin banners on the creek, so I think this is detrimental to the Zap half of Sussy. They're not dealing with 2 corps. Oh, they're starting to now. They're starting to now.
Yeah, they're just they're spreading themselves out more, and it'll just allows for the A&V guys in the woods to get a little better shots if they turn up on that snake fence to deal with 6LA.
IVB getting cut down a bit on this right. Not a lot of guys left. Union right.
Yeah. They're still trying to. How far over can you go? Okay, they're pretty much at the edge.
Yeah, not much further. Another beautiful Confederate artillery shot. Really wiped out a few dozen blades of grass right there.
Union had engaged about 15 minutes in. And Twin Banners, some of it or Sussy anyways, appears to be shifting over. And A&V's pushing up. They're going to split this Union group in half. We'll see if they go left or right. It looks like they're just going to shoot.
Scream at Zap and his guys just reformed everybody else. They're just cut off now.
What, the 59th?
Oh, they are completely cut off. The 59th New York and some guys.
I don't know why those guys are over there. I don't know why they didn't follow the Twin Banners, but once Twin Banners left, A&V pushed up. I don't know if A&V realizes they have guys behind them. Surely they do.
They do not realize they have guys behind them.
Because if 6LA...
They're looking me completely the wrong way.
6LA and A&V could just charge those guys out.
If I quarter shifts left to get A&V's attention, it might give a chance for these cut-off Union guys to get out.
Loads. Oh, hey, Bojangles.
I don't know what Union's done, but they've evened it up just a little bit.
Nice of you to join us from Canada land.
Sorry, I needed to shower.
Who is the CS? Oh, it's Killer. He's just running up and rambling, but dying right away. From what I saw. So. Yeah, IVB lost their flag. 5th New Hampshire and PA just out shooting them. So.
Confederates just having a flag allergy today.
Yeah. So I mean, CSA pace has definitely slowed down despite Union still kind of staying in the fight. I'm really surprised those Union guys that got cut off. It looks like they're making it back to the line. I wonder.
Union on the far Union right. Union pushing up to engage enemy artillery. PA and New Hampshire.
Are they trying to get the tickets even?
I think they're trying to get some alartillery kills here.
Oh, there goes one Union guy from that artillery shot. Union counter battery. Almost killing their friendlies.
But IVB's coming in right here.
They don't have a flag though, but they'll still be able to do a good hit or two. Looks like they're reloading actually up on the hill. Now they're moving in.
Southwest. They're trying to get us.
And Union's going to try to hold this.
I didn't even know Union could push up to these guns.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Oh, another Confederate regiment coming in to help. 14th Tennessee. Union now vastly outnumbered. Flag or no flag.
And PA and 5th New Hampshire outnumbered and get wiped. They're going to lose their flag all the way up there. That is, I don't know why PA would push all the way up there.
Seems like everybody's got a flag allergy today, both teams.
That's going to be the next dev update. We're going to have multiple modifications to the game. You can have no flag skirmish. What else? Only hooker push.
"24/7 downtown." That's what I want.
24/7 downtown. Only max pop on downtown. It was real fascinating on Friday night for the NA event, Boy Howdy campaign. I saw CSA win that match on a 280 pop, which was
on downtown.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, the CSA at the beginning of the game, well, they can't sprint until the 40-minute mark, and at the 40-minute mark, they just sprinted and went right past the Union line. They didn't charge them. They just went across the street, kind of where that railroad's at, and just held there the whole game.
I I think that in a large server, if the Union stacks Buck and Ball, downtown becomes a Union bias map.
Right. I've never seen CSA win downtown at a higher pop in a very, very long time. So Union
Always can get it pretty, yeah, they always get it pretty close, but that Buck and Ball, that short range map, it's just too much.
Yep. So, 20 minutes into the round, Union's almost halfway through engage. Union artillery killing one guy there, maybe. Confederates almost down to engaged. CSA ain't playing the most aggressive in terms of charges. And it looks like they're going to cap point to stop the timer and force the Union out, but...
Which is kind of crazy, because I feel like 25 minutes is plenty of time to knock them down a morale stage and a half. And when they're up by so much, they're giving them a chance to even it out. We'll recap. Right. I don't know if it's what I would do. Certainly a move.
I mean, they're moving through it. Maybe not. I don't know if A and V is on point. I don't think they mean to cap. Yeah,
Eagle, you won't believe what I just saw.
What'd you see?
Union artillery just fired perhaps the most accurate shot. It killed a rabbit in the field, eliminating all animals in War of Rights. You didn't know this, but the devs, they snuck some animals in War of Rights, and Union artillery just rendered it extinct.
Wow.
And now they don't see any more animals in War of Rights.
We can't blame the devs for that one right there. Union charging the CSA out completely on this far side. CSA is about to maybe lose 2 flags, probably, I would assume. Master Shake trying to get away with the flag. Huncho's trying to stop him. And Huncho, oh, he shot him. And CSA lose 2 flags.
Definitely a resounding tactical victory. Unfortunately, strategically, a loss of tickets.
Very much so. The whole Union team is bunched up on that right side, though. I mean, it's been 20 minutes through the round, and the Union has gone down a morale stage and a half. So, yeah, to your point earlier, they definitely have enough time, assuming they keep pace with what they have, which it's... they definitely can. Andy's pushing down the rail, or... Snake
oh, no. Oh, no. Huncho trying to save this flag. He's just going to reset the timer.
Oh, that officer's running at him. That officer's got a... Yeah, oh, he got it.
And there goes the timer on that flag. Reset.
I-Corps is, like, half charging into A and V. Twin banners are running to their position they were at a moment ago. But...
Volunteer Bubblegum. Volunteer Bubblegum trying to club an officer with a pistol. Never mind. He's just getting the flag.
Union artillery killing 2 CSA guys from A and V. Did he kill the officer?
Damn, I've never seen an officer run away with a man with a club before. Truly, Bubblegum's got some gumption.
Did he get? He got the flag.
He got the flag.
Wow. 2 corps charging twin banners here.
No, they're moved up and shot, and then Union counter charging into their volley line.
This is a pathetic
scattered
charge. If it is.
Yeah, it is a piecemeal charge.
Killer's pushing back up with his respawn guys. I mean, yeah, no. CSA's in a great spot. Their Union's about to take losses. CSA's up a whole morale stage.
Yeah, I think at this point, the only hope Union has is to completely turtle and force a cap.
And they can definitely do it. CSA can't hit Union if they just entrench all the way up at their main spawn.
They can. It would be incredibly difficult for the Union to actually get down and get any kind of foothold back on the road, though.
Yep. Hey, that artillery shot went right through one guy. So Union not charging, just kind of having this extended shootout. I mean, what do you think is better here, Zoo? Union trying to charge CSA out, get their flags down like they've been doing all around, or kind of like this short shootout that they're doing right now?
I think at this point, the ticket stage difference is so much. Any kind of fighting is bad. Doesn't matter whether it's shooting, doesn't matter if it's decisive melee, it's just whether they want to lose quick or lose slow.
Very true. I would agree. Turtling is
There-
definitely the only way.
there- There's all. It is the Union's only move now. That's how behind they are.
I don't think I've seen a turtle in a very long time, like a deliberate turtle.
All I know is that, given who is on the Union, I do not think we're going to be seeing a turtle today.
It's very true.
I gotta hand it. I did like some of the Union charges out to the Confederate artillery. They just stuck around way too long.
Yeah. I mean, IVB was up on top of the hill. They 100% saw him, and IVB was getting their reloads because IVB, what they love to do is they like to spawn in, sprint a long ways, and then get bayonets and reloads because then they can regain their stamina while they're doing that. That's what they like to do, and so you just saw them sitting up on top of the hill getting their reloads. Plenty of time to get out of there. And now IVB's charging, trying to get their flag.
Definitely an IVB charge that will fail. 100% fail, even if they get their flag.
Some 14th Tennessee guys here as well, but that's a lot of tickets lost for CSA. That was so spread out.
Not enough tickets, though.
Definitely, Union's definitely not going to catch up, that's for sure.
Well, maybe if IVB does that 3 or 4 more
Yeah.
times. They did get their flag out, impressively enough. I'm surprised.
Oh, look at that. So, Union overall, outside of that right side, if we look anything to the left, they're very spread out. You have 5th Florida, 59th by their own. You have some I-Corps guys up on top of the hill with the flag. More I-Corps down by the road. On the far left, you got PA holding far back. And then 5th New Hampshire is charging against 6LA. And really 2 cars, sorry. 5th VA is there as well. At least I see some 5th VA tags. And 5th New Hampshire just got slaughtered.
It's okay. Sometimes when I'm playing as a defender, I get a little confused and I forget that I might be attacker. But you know what? It's all right. It all works out.
Union attacks next round. Gotta get that practice in. Union on the right. Twin banners starting to shift further left. First Delaware looks like most of Union shifting back. Sussy really. Shifting left, you can hear their, someone's playing the theme song. At least I think that's your guys' theme song. I've heard you guys, where there's a whip, there's a way. A lot of the times.
Well, that is definitely one of them.
A&V pushing up out of the creek there. 6LA doing as well.
I mean, honestly, at this point, any Confederate melee, even if it is almost completely a loss, it's still a win.
Exactly. You're
So
just trying
you
to get Union down. You have so many tickets to burn.
Two core definitely against in a shootout with a bitter force slightly, but
Yeah, they're not hitting anything. Their opponents are in a little bit of a deflate. Here they go. They got rid of all their shots, and now they can shoot back.
oh, wow, that was crazy. Half a 2 core just dropped from that little volley.
I don't know what 2 core was shooting at beforehand, but if they were shooting at those guys there, those Union guys there, which are 5th New Hampshire.
I think they spotted that rabbit that I mentioned earlier.
Oh right. My apologies. So surely, I mean, Union doesn't want a turtle. Surely they're going to try to break for the point before they hit breaking. Because they're completely cut off from point right now. CSA has full control.
They definitely have time, though. It's not quite yet. It could be that they're waiting for Confederates to shift and then they come in right behind them. Confederates are not quite on point. They still have to move back.
That's true.
I guess it really is a question of whether the Confederates decide to shift their whole team or only a portion.
You got too much lube on it, man.
Looks like 2 corps just turned their attention towards the Union to the north down the road. They're completely ignoring PA in the 5th New Hampshire. Oh.
Let's go.
A couple of 2 corps guys focusing on the top, but more Unions starting to shift to left. You got I Corps kind of in the center of this Union line, holding back on the defilade. CSA is shifting down this creek here, trying to get closer and closer to the Union line here.
Yeah, get him, boys. Shoot him up.
Push up the Viking.
So it's
Confederates forcing a close quarter shootout.
yeah, you get the 14th Tennessee guys. They're off that snake fence a little, trying to use the defilade at least a little to their cover. You got a good chunk of CSA actually doing that, but it's a slow dwindle for Union down to breaking here. And we'll see if 6LA over here decides to go start pre-capping. Although if 6LA does kind of move out, the 5th New Hampshire and PA could start shifting their way as well. So I really wonder if like 5th VA or maybe IVB should head over that way and start doing some pre-cap shenanigans.
I think that's exactly what 5th VA is trying to do here.
Yeah, look at that.
The Union not making any moves in order to stop a pre-cap. It is over. This game.
It is Joe over. 6LA, a couple of their guys starting to shift over to point as well.
I'd say there is no way the Union does not break before that red circle fills up all the way.
Let's see here. PA starting to shift towards the point, but again, it's definitely too late unless Union somehow doesn't hit breaking. One Union guy really far forward, but CSA charging very smart here from the rest of CSA, A&V 14th, IVB, trying to knock Union to breaking. CSA pull off the point. 6LA is now charging 5th New Hampshire. Union hit breaking, and 5th
PA is right here. PA is right here. Can they get on in time? No, I don't know.
Definitely not. And even if so, they're probably outnumbered.
They definitely are. That's
Yeah.
it. That's game.
Asian Collector, any thoughts for the round? Any more thoughts?
I think that I saw some great things from both teams. Only problem with the Union is that for every good thing I saw, they made a perilous mistake that kind of cost it equally so. It's hard to win as defenders, and for all the things I said, it's easy to see when you're a bird's eye view, when you're in the field. As an officer, you know, it's a lot more hectic, so it's just not that quite as obvious as when you're up in the sky.
That is very true indeed. Yeah, no, good job from CSA. I mean, they kind of dictated the pace the whole round, which is what you do as an attacker, but Union played their terms the whole time, and they dealt enough damage to get them down to breaking in a very adequate amount of time. So, well done to them. Union will be attacking on Piper Farm next round. We'll see how they'll do versus a CSA defense. Anyways, we'll see you shortly for round number 2. Alrighty, here we are with round number 2. Agent Collector, you have any advice strategy-wise for either side?
It's like I said, I'm a big fan of that Stonewall flank. The Confederate left, the Union right. I think whoever owns that side has a lot more real estate and options to work with. But we're not seeing that right now. Union's pushing up classic left through the corn. Confederates classic right. defending that flank. So we'll see what happens.
Union kind of gunning it to the left side on that stone wall. Numbers are up to 220 now. Definitely have grown since last round. Imbalance is 9 in favor of the Union. Confederates having 8 on artillery. Union having 9. So that infantry imbalance still stands. And the Confederates on the stone wall are just A and V. That's who it is. They're just pouring into the side of the Union. They're going to try to hit them.
Oh, damn.
The Union's actually going in right away. So Union keeping up the aggression in a sense that we saw last round, but they're just going in right away. Very spread out though. I mean, you got twin banners at the start. I-Corps is
at least a third of the team hanging back.
Yeah. You can't do this. You got to go in together, but we'll see how well it goes for them.
Forward. Do not come.
Honcho up front.
Hello.
And that's the thing, Union's all clumping up in one tiny area in the orchard, and CSA is very spread out, so...
I mean, Union's basically in a horseshoe now.
Yep.
And they do not have the numbers. And they have no buck and ball. I mean, this is just... loss.
Their tickets are dropping like crazy as well.
They have a slight numbers advantage, both games. It's a little wild.
Spread the fuck out. Spread the
What
fuck
is that?
out as much
Open order, twin banners. Open order, twin banners.
Where's Piper Fun?
Delaware, break it up, back to the wall. Delaware, back to the
According to
wall.
Pub Officer Discord, it says the attackers on Piper Farm have a 30% or 37% ticket advantage.
That is correct.
That seems obscenely high for how many tickets the Union are losing right now.
Well, I mean, you gotta think that it is technically a smaller game, only 100v100, just barely over half the player count, or the max player count, and the ticket scale. So
true.
But they did just get themselves in quite the bottleneck. There is a litter of blue bodies, and not much gray or butternuts to respond to.
Yeah, that was a... I mean, it looked like a charge attempt, but it was very spread out. Only like a half to two-thirds of the team went in, and that team that did go in, very spread out and trickled. And so it's almost as if we just started the round right now with Union already down half of morale stage. This is so not a great start. Can kind of see why you said you favor that right side.
I do. I just think the left, it's just not as good anymore. I don't know. I mean, when the Confederates have to hang out with the Union on the stone wall, sure, right? Union stone wall, it's great, but you can't really just sit there. You have to do something. So, but you know what they?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like a good friend of mine always says, people get shot every day.
PA and 5th New Hampshire starting to push towards where A and V is. A and V falling back almost instantaneously. And maybe they're going to send some guys over to the right. It doesn't look like they're committing a team effort, though.
5th Florida, 5th New Hampshire. Yep. But no flag.
Sussy Brigade's following that side. I-Corps starting to move that way. At least part of it is. First Delaware, and most of I-Corps still hold on to Stonewall.
And A and V is Florida, which means they have buck and ball, which means that with no flag and not more men, it's unlikely the small Union group can push them off that stone wall. I mean, truly, Killer, what he could do is just drag his guys out into a running volley, shoot down the lane at the Union, and then come back. In fact, I think that's what he's about to do right now.
Yep. He knows the script.
It's a bunch.
Plenty of time.
Hug left! Hug left!
Zap
I'm
start
gonna
yelling
Union drop.
the move left as A&V shoots that volley, gets 2. Good.
Not too.
Yeah.
I was gonna say not too many Union drop, but still.
I know Zap start last second told his guys to get out of the road, and they did. So good call from Zap. Huncho running down all by himself. A couple of guys following, but again, very spread out. It's something we've really seen from Union tonight. Oh no.
I'm here to deliver belt the fucking ass.
Confederates. Oh, well, I was gonna say they missed one shot, but then they hit the other. Definitely killed a few, knocked down many more.
And some Union trickling towards the CSA artillery, which is
Another trickle. Another trickle attack. They will win this because they have the overall number, but they're gonna lose more tickets than they need to. Unless 14th Tennessee puts up exactly 0 fight, which makes sense.
Don't want to take too many ticket loss. I mean, if Union might just keep going through, or they're gonna hold.
But A and B's on this back left fence, and now they get perfect looks on the Union.
How far can the Union, can the Union charge into those rocks and still be bounced?
At those rocks, exactly where 14th Tennessee is, as far as they can go.
Okay, so that makes sense why they aren't necessarily charging.
That's why when the Union wants to paratrooper through the barn at the Alamo, it's all out of bounds.
You got CSA starting to kind of shift out of this orchard. You got Complex, leader of IVB for tonight. He's on the hay bales. Maybe IVB's going to shift over there. You got one volunteer, 12th South Carolina. They're running up to the edge of the barn. IVB shifting over.
Yeah, you know me, man.
Getting a couple good shots, but
Union's got some good shots. Wow, they've evened up the tickets rather nicely. That's crazy. That yep, definitely a 37% ticket advantage.
Oh, 14th Tennessee is getting beat.
No, it's not good. It's once the Union takes those caissons, the only place to really rack them down is on that stone wall. Again, why I like it so much.
Hello. Hey, what up?
That, or you just need a committed charge to shove them out.
Speaking of that, you got PA,
Union.
Twin Banners, Sussy really pushing forward. Gonna hit IVB on the side.
Watch the left side, Zap.
They've got the number. I think the Union definitely has the number for this push.
IVB just volleyed as well.
Confederates now strung out compared to the Union, more or less massed up. Will the Confederates reinforce IVB in time?
I-Corps for Union should really be pushing up if Union's trying to make an assault here. I mean, I-Corps could completely flank the CSA as they're distracted with Sussy.
Can the Union stay in this Alamo? There's no way. These people have to be out of bounds.
I mean, Huncho doesn't act like it. I mean, a lot of those guys are just kind of sitting
14th Tennessee coming in from behind. They're sandwich. Union is sandwich at the Alamo.
Good push from 14th.
JP, no.
One flag.
Slaughter.
Kill the flag.
And now I-Corps moving out of the stone wall.
A slaughter for the Union. They should have just committed, gone in there, got into a melee.
There's poor communication or poor timing, whatever the reason, Union's paying price. Tickets are still generally even, but starting to favor CSA again.
I feel like this map in particular has a lot of places where the popular shooting positions are in perfect buck and ball range. You just can't get into a shootout with the Confederates. You got to get into those melees unless you're long distance. That buck and ball really tears them up on this map.
So A&V shifting back to the orchard. So CSA's really abandoned this left side. You have 5th New Hampshire, some 5th NC guys on the stone wall.
I'll say this as well. When the Union made that barn side push, the Horn side Union didn't do anything really at all to help out.
Right. And they came in right after 14th Tennessee came up from behind.
Just too little, too late. Trying shame.
CSA getting 3 Union flags down. They're not pushing out to try to retake the artillery. There's no really point to, because Union will just probably sweep up again and take that ground.
I'm surprised they don't. It's
I mean,
not a lot of guys in this Union artillery.
oh, AMV's charging him.
Well, again, what they could do, shift all the way down their back left road and take the stone wall.
Yeah, Union cap.
On purpose?
I-Corps was all on there. 6 Georgia was. Well, I mean, tickets are even, so it's not like CSA is going to regain a whole lot. Maybe Union doesn't like the pace they're going at. Draw CSA out from the backside of the orchard, but that cap point goes pretty far back.
A decent ways, for sure. The Union definitely has to... The Confederates definitely have to crest the hill 100% in order to get on the point.
Oh, for sure. A&V's going to hold these caissons as Union charges here.
That ass over.
Straight up the middle, Sassy Brigade, PA. Due to the lack of Confederates, definitely might be successful here.
14th starting to move up. It looks like they're going to charge in.
Well, the Union rescues all 3 of their flags. I don't know, this melee could go either way.
Even if CSA loses a lot of out-of-line tickets, it doesn't matter. They'll regain them, assuming they retake the point, which it looks like they're starting to move that way right now. 6 LA, 5th VA, 2 Corps really just going in the point. I don't know if IVB's on point. They're kind of on the edge.
Bit of a problem. 5th New Hampshire and some of my Florida guys, sadly enough, just sitting on the stone wall, not doing much of all for the team. If they can see anybody, it's their own friendlies. Well, they realize that.
I mean, maybe they're just there in case Union lose the caissons, and then CSA might be a little hesitant to go for that stone wall. Because I do know sometimes if Union takes the stone wall, pushes their whole team up to the artillery, CSA, if they sit back where A&V was at the beginning of the round after they fell back from the stone wall, will just run back up to the stone wall and shoot at Union from behind into the caissons. So...
I don't know, maybe, but I feel like in a medium-sized game like this, it's basically 10% of their team doing not a whole lot right now.
That's also very true. It's not like the CSA is anywhere near that stone wall, so... At least right now.
Oh, they took it back.
Yep. Tickets went down a little bit on both sides, though, so... I mean, attackers are still in a great spot. And you got Union shifting away from the artillery in the center. PA is starting to move towards the point. Looks like they're capping again. Clearly, I mean, my guess is Union's like, both times we've tried to charge in there, we've gotten beat pretty badly. In terms of the charge at the beginning of the match down the orchard and then the charge we saw at the hay bales, but they failed badly. Union kind of lost on tickets, so maybe just cap the point, force CSA out a little bit, bring everybody down until they hit breaking, and then CSA is really going to kind of have to hold farther forward since they hit breaking.
Even a little bit more surprising is that Confederates mostly being on this right side, not a lot of losses to enemy Union artillery. Granted, it is far away, hard shots, but not impossible. Definitely can be done. Not a lot of losses to that Union artillery.
That's what I notice a lot with artillery, unfortunately. So yes, I don't think I ever pointed that out, but oh yeah, I did. There's 8 guys on Union artillery right now, so.
Comparable, I think.
Yeah, I mean, how many guns are they operating? Let's see.
Maybe 4.
I would expect 4. Yeah, they're doing 4. So, yeah, 2 per gun. Yeah, that's fair. So, Union cap the point. Let's see what they do. Looks like they pull out right away I-Corps. I don't know if PA is, but... twin banners in the center of the field on the artillery. You got the 59th and 5th NC.
I don't know if I like these Union early caps. They've got plenty of time. I don't think it's that necessary. I imagine it's to draw the Confederates out, which is smart. But I feel like with their losses, they're just keeping the tickets even. A little dangerous.
I mean, we haven't really seen Union get ahead in tickets, except for the time they charged the artillery. But you do have 5th and C-59s charging A and V out right now, which there was only like 8 of them there, so Union lost that pretty quickly.
Charge.
I mean, I don't think Union's ever really been ahead outside of the shootouts or the charging of the caisson that we saw at the beginning. So maybe Union's trying to recreate that, because every time they charge deep in the CSA lines, they just get a huge ticket loss. So
I really don't. I don't know. I don't know what's going through their head right now.
What is Viking doing? What are you doing, buddy? Oh, I got him, but can't be running out Rambo. Granted, CSA is going to regain those tickets, but CSA not really pushing to retake. PA has been sitting on it for a while. They're not pulling off.
And I said, wow, that's a huge nine.
And I said, give me this peach.
I mean, at least with with Union capping the point like this and decapping it, they're definitely giving them enough time to kind of do whatever it want, even if it means sitting back and shooting the whole time and not really charging until CSA hits breaking or last stand. But obviously the concern, which I think Zoo's been bringing up, is that the tickets stay even. So Union hitting final push can be of a concern.
I just think it's dangerous for the tickets to be even, because it definitely gives the Confederates at least an opportunity to push the Union first, and if the Union keep being this little disorganized, it may very well happen.
All right. And two, if Union hits final push first, they'll charge up, and we assume CSA holds. CSA just might run down to the stone wall, and if Union doesn't properly organize, CSA can take quick advantage, and Union will never really have a good chance to take the point at the end. So Union's very spread out as a team if you zoom way out. Very spread out. CSA's kind of in 3 clumps, and it looks like they're charging the artillery. Not going to retake, but rather charging the artillery out, which
I think this is smart. You wipe the group first. That way you can stand on the point for less losses.
That's for sure, but you're not going to be... Unless CSA gets a ticket lead from this, you're just knocking the Union down and not regaining... you're not going to be able to regain as many tickets.
I don't necessarily think it's about regaining tickets. I think it's about making sure that when they do go to cap the point, it's successful. Because the worst thing is to try to cap the point, lose a bunch of tickets, and it not even works. You have to try again.
Yeah, that's fair. So you're either going to take losses in a big charge, trying to push them out, or you're just going to take a bunch of losses trying to retake point, possibly lose it, or same thing. Union charging artillery.
Even wilder. This is Sevy's strat to knock them down into last stand in 8 minutes.
I feel like they would have been more aggressive with the first 4 minutes of this counterattack, but it's definitely a possibility.
Potentially. Union's pushed up in the left side orchard. Oh, wow.
CSA is retaking. They have a couple guys there from 5th VA taking it back. So, I guess what was the point of that charge? I mean, it knocked Union down a fair amount.
I don't know.
So CSA is going to retake. 31 minutes, plenty of time. I don't think Union's going to cap again.
Certainly hope not.
I wouldn't expect. Because the shootout, Union's really been winning that, at least based on what I've seen. They've been losing these charges pretty bad, but shootouts they've been doing fine, so...
Hey, did we get him?
Let's see where CSA wants to defend. It looks like they're going down the stone wall. 5th New Hampshire's there, though. It's 6 LA pushing down that way. And it looks like 5th New Hampshire's just running out of there right away. Trying to avoid any unnecessary casualties.
I like Ucha better.
Line here, gentlemen. Put shots on him. Line here. Put shots on him.
Here they are.
Let's see. CSA really turtling right now. They want Union to cap. The interesting thing, though, is you do have 5th VA holding further forward. The CSA artillery is still trying to operate, though. So, I don't know if this is a turtle attempt or not. It's moderately okay one. Twin banners pushing up to the artillery on Union. The Union right, CSA left side. Actually, it's all Sussy Brigade.
Okay, is starting another early cap.
And immediately the CSA running out from their turtle positions. I mean,
Let's let them cap. I imagine so. Time is nothing. Time is nothing to them.
Right. We'll see if they try to push Union the last stand. It's definitely possible. Union can still avoid that whole scenario of them hitting last stand if they just turtle deep enough into their spawn. If they go down too far, but
Union artillery, absolute marksmen, missed the whole line, but knocked the wings off a mosquito. You'd have to see it to believe it, right here, folks. Only on Battleline Network.
Only here. New merch design right there. So Union stopping the cap. I don't know if that's natural decay, so either they got shot off or they saw the CSA starting to be a little more aggressive, so they pulled off.
I wonder if these Union guys are out of ammunition. Back. I think at least one of those artillery shots might hit something. Oh yeah, Union artillery is probably got a quarter ammo left.
Nazis take the old
Union shifting off the CSA guns on the CSA left. CSA not really turtling.
They're back in their original positions, basically.
5th VA guys are going on the cap. So it appears CSA at this point believes that a turtle is not going to work. But ticket's still fairly even.
I don't know, if I were the CSA, I wouldn't necessarily want a turtle either. I mean, 27 minutes is just too long. You just keep winning these ticket battles.
I mean, you're bound to hit breaking in 27 minutes.
I think it's just a question of whether they can get such a high ticket lead. Let's can force Union to get desperate.
And in theory, they shouldn't be able to get a ticket lead in a shootout with Union being up by 34%. But I guess on a smaller server as this, that amount is not as much as you would think.
It's like I said, I think a lot of the shooting engagements, with a limited exception here, are perfect bucketball range, and the Union, Confederates have some, the Union has none. So just it's all about getting in those good positions, plus owning that stone wall. Like I said, there's just no counter on that left. Whoever owns a stone wall, you have to full commit the whole team to take it back.
Really does feel like CSA has a lot more buck and ball throughout War of Rights, especially in conquest contention, compared to Union. I don't know how historically accurate that is, but definitely feels that way.
Especially when they let you pick whatever weapon you want. All a regiment has to do is have the buck and ball in their lineup, and then the whole unit has buck and ball if everybody picks it.
Right.
So honestly, I really do wish they'd bring back the random weapon spawn. I love the mixed weapons, and you know, unless the unit was just full buck and ball, you know, you weren't guaranteed that. Plus, the Lamat, there's no incentive to pick anything else.
Yeah.
It was always a treat when you had random weapons that you got the Lamat.
Do you just think that it would make things more balanced, or do you think it's like, oh, the randomness and you get a nice gun if it just feels good?
I think it would make, you know, the buck and ball a little less impactful on the maps that it's there, minus the ones where it's like the whole unit gets it, like 69th New York or 32nd PA.
Hostile infantry, if you have a load! To the south, by southeast, Ocean side.
CSA's getting down, close to breaking that point. PA, I think they're on it. That decay seems natural, or not, sorry, faster than natural decay. Never mind, they're not capping. That was natural decay.
The Confederates have just a little less tickets now.
Oh, Union Artillery got one or two guys. Knocked a lot more down.
They're definitely aiming for me.
No, they're aiming for me. They want me because I'm like, you know.
Union definitely has a tiny ticket lead here. Whether they'll put it to good use, I hope so.
I mean, if the Union wanted to, assuming this ticket lead kind of stays for the rest of the game, Union very well could just shoot the CSA down to last stand. No reason to charge, especially since you've been losing pretty bad trying to do that.
We have 24 minutes. I mean, it really is just too much time. Confederates with the stone wall, I imagine, to get in position to repel a Union charge for point.
Yeah, look at that. I'm surprised PA's not moving up onto the point to at least pre-cap for Union, but if Union just wants to shoot this out, maybe that's why they're not doing it. Who knows? CSA starting to do rising volleys, run up, shoot, and then run back into cover.
Oh, we got a little fight, and you better search on the right side. I know you're on the right one.
Looks like 5th New Hampshire just running up, taking some pop shots, and going back. Union's starting to move on the point.
More dead Union than Confederates, and that's all.
PA first Delaware. Now is CSA gonna? CSA's gotta move up.
They're pre-capping.
They've got to move up and hold this. You're gonna hit breaking regardless. Union's not stupid. They surely won't cap before you hit breaking. And CSA's preventing the cap. I think 5th VA's on it.
Recall.
Do you think that when Union breaks, the Union will just full body rush the point?
If I were in their spot, I wouldn't. You got 22 minutes. You've been winning this shootout. And I think the shootout's probably going 1-to-1. Just the Union ticket advantage that they have being the attackers is why there's a ticket difference.
I think so, too.
But, I mean, 22 minutes. I normally don't like shooting it out, but Union's been doing pretty bad with charges. And especially if CSA is buck and ball, no point in risking you charging, losing a lot of tickets, hitting final push first, and then going into panic mode. No point in that when you have 22 minutes on the clock and you're winning a shootout.
We'll see what happens here. Looks like the Union is not moving up.
I mean, I think Union sending like a small PA force or small I Corps or First Delaware up to kind of keep this cap game going, I think that's perfectly acceptable because you keep baiting them out into your shots because CSA is trying to avoid all ticket loss. But I think Union can just shoot this out, send a couple guys forward, keep that cap going. Because if CSA doesn't try to contest this, then they just lose the game. So Some Union
And the
starting to go up and
Confederates
over.
made
PA. Artillery shot.
decisive move.
6L8. CSA charging forward. Are they going to push the stone wall or not? Looks like they aren't.
It's gonna have to be a full team push, otherwise they're just gonna lose a bunch of tickets right into a Union stone wall.
Union hit braking, but this is perfect for Union. Absolutely perfect.
If I were the Confederates, I feel like the only move that I might be able to make, pull the whole team back behind the hill so I can mask my movement a little bit, shove it full right, and then go all the way down to the stone wall where the Union isn't quite at, and then start moving it down.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. CSA's been winning the charges. They have buck and ball. Take that to your advantage. You're not going to win this slow shootout.
Yeah, and they just need to win a decisive close quarter fight, but they can't get it. Because the Union doesn't want to let them have it, which makes sense. Definitely a great play by Union right here.
Yeah, and look at that ticket gap. I mean, it's...
Yeah, from a quarter down the entire game to a quarter up.
Jeez, this is just like Hill's counterattack. It's like Hill's counterattack. CSA just shoot for a while, cap, a little engagement there. Hey, artillery hit.
You won't believe this. On the Confederate right, the Union's brought an artilleryman to mess with their guns. They don't realize it.
No shot.
First Lieutenant Pops, I Corps, loading a nap gun.
What does the CSA officer see?
I don't know what he. I don't know what he
sees him. Oh wait, no. Oh, he turned back there. Oh.
Oh, they're gonna come. They're gonna come too close. They're gonna Oh, they don't realize.
No, they don't. Okay, earless. A B C D E F G.
No, why would they fire? Why would this guy fire?
Yeah, he might. He might expose this guy. Oh, okay, they didn't realize. They didn't realize. Oh, why can't?
Oh,
Pops can't.
Pops. I don't think he swabbed it. Pops really kind of throwing this entire.
No, soccer mom up there now. These
Pops.
The infantry guys can't be there. Come on, Pops, get the cannon. Oh my goodness. Oh, what is he saying? Oh, what? He's running away.
Wow, what a tragedy. What a real primetime opportunity. Gone a waste.
And I mean, CSA never realized they were there.
Nope.
That's unfortunate. That'd have been sick. 5th New Hampshire has moved up with some 5th Florida guys up on that stone wall shooting at CSA side, but more Union up on the cap. Holy cow. 2/3 of morale stage difference right now.
Oh god, why is 6 Georgia?
Yeah, it is. I think it's over for the Confederacy. There's nothing they can do at this point. I'm a little surprised the Union just doesn't commit to a full charge. The Confederates would have no, even if they lost, there's no way they go to final push, and almost certainly the Confederates lose enough tickets to go to last stand.
Right, I'd agree. I think Union's really just trying to play it safe. I mean, Ninja, I just heard him in game say, we're not trying to cap, we're just trying to draw them into a bad spot. So, I think Union just doesn't want to risk anything. And here comes A and V's pushing out. You got 2 Corps pushing out as well. IVB now rolling up. Union's starting to go up and over on the snake fence.
I think this is a full Confederate push.
Some Union pushing out, some not. CSA is going to charge through this.
Confederates are going to win this melee, but it's going to cost them last stand.
3 Union flags just kind of sitting on the stone wall. CSA's charging right at them. They got to move. 1 down. 2 flags, 3 Union flags down right there. They just sat and watched the CSA charge, but they're about to hit last stand. I-Corps guys hopping up and over, very spread out, but...
If the Confederates had just done this when the tickets were even, maybe it'd be a little bit better. But no.
Some CSA fell back from that charge, or maybe those are just respawns. I don't know, but CSA last stand. Wow.
That does it for the Confederates. Now it's just a matter of time.
Indeed. You got some Confederates rambling into the Union line, trying to get a flag or a guy, but they're going to die. IVB's holding up on the stone wall, trying to prevent Union from organizing. The rest of the TSA team reforming are kind of just scattered right now. What do you think of that strat? Of just at the end of Piper Farm map, CSA pushing up to the stone wall and trying to hold it, especially like if Union's in final push, for example.
I think that if the Union is in final push and they're real desperate, that's not bad. But otherwise, it's such a close quarters fight. All the Union have to do is kind of come out at once and surprise them. And with 37% tickets, there's no way they don't at least keep it 101.
That's fair. And I think the key thing is the sticking together. Because if Union just kind of trickles in, then it works great for CSA. So Union spending some time to reform. You do have guys kind of trickling in from the flag. I-Core starting to collapse in. The IVB holding there got wiped.
Fuck you, bitch. Let's go.
Sapstar was talking and then he got shot. It was so sad. Union's starting to push up again. And it looks like they're either going to charge through or just hold and cap. It looks like they're charging through.
I don't see why they wouldn't. Probably less than 40 Confederate defenders on the point.
I don't know why. Now, this is just me being picky. I don't know. I don't think it'll really matter, but Union's kind of going in a little spread out. Looks like their 3 prongs are attacking now.
Who's this retreating? Confederate artillery retreating even though they have nothing to gain, everything to lose, no point in this.
Union super gay.
My pistol's empty.
And Union winning on point. No surprise there. They're going to hit final push any second. Doesn't matter.
2 core Confederate artillery, for some reason, pulled all the way back. Could have joined in the melee. Not that it would have made any difference, but still, just, you know, for posterity's sake.
Right. So, I mean, outside of anything mentioned, you got any more thoughts for the last round tonight?
I think the Union played it roughly in the beginning, but they came back and used the map and the metas to their advantage in order to kind of bring it around. And you know what? Just like Dominic Toretto says, doesn't matter whether you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning.
That's so true. Yeah, Union played this really well. At least it appeared that they realized that they weren't winning those charges. So they just sat back, had a shootout, capped the point to give them as much time as possible in terms of a shootout, and they played this very, very well. A lot better than what we saw in the first round. But, oh, is that it? Yeah, that's it.
Nope, defending just, it requires perfection.
It really does. So, yeah, great 2 rounds today to end the weekend. As always, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, we have a Patreon in the description where you can get live streams of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. So if you hate me talking, you can watch stuff there. But besides that, we got our Discord and merch there as well. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.
Union having almost double the amount of lines the entire time. But casualties, pretty even, not too off all time. Kind of surprising. Again, I swear that Confederate left, Union right. It is the perfect place to get into a shootout.
So true.
Whoever owns it.
Have a good night, everybody.